Hey everybody, this is B. I'm playing Read Only Memories. So let's see what's happened. Friend is kidnapped. Wait. Friend is kidnapped. His robot came and found us. Then we went into his apartment, found a chip. The chip said he was going to see Tomcat. Tomcat was like, hey, bring me back the hard drive or whatever from his thing, and we were like, okay. Then the police stopped us, and then we were like, oh no. And then we went to our friend Lexi, who is a police person, and she used to date our sister, and then she said she would help us. We scanned her badge, so then we should hopefully be allowed to go to Hayden's apartment, which that's where we're at now. So she is gonna help us. Hopefully she's not too mad if when she discovers that we stole her badge. Hey there, police guy. How would you like to look at my ID badge? Identification scan. No authorization found. This is Detective Lexi Rivers, badge number 881126. I will be entering the crime scene with my assistant to gather evidence. Please move out, but maintain the perimeter. Of course, Detective Rivers. Good luck with your investigation. So, are you impressed yet? Have I proven my usefulness, B? You don't need to prove anything to me, Turing, but good job. Not bad at all. You've made your point, Turing. You don't really need to do anything. Okay, thanks. Alright, at times I feel my inexperience may be holding us back, but I will continue to do my best to assist you. Aww. I just wish Hayden had given me more practical training to deal with this kind of situation. Or even just being out and about in general. It can be a bit overwhelming at times. How did that work with just using, with Lexi... Bleh. How did that work with just Lexi's voice anyway? Can't that police bot see us? Well, I'm not sure I'd call that seeing. The Neo-SF Police Department uses a government rebuild of the old Robodyne 6300. They're antiquated enough that I'm surprised they aren't in a museum. Their optics are a paltry 10 megapixels, and it was child's play for me to modulate my forward display into a tight beam of an image aimed directly into its lenses. I also transmitted the credentials we get from Detective Rivers' badge earlier. I probably could have gotten away with just that, but better safe than sorry when impersonating an officer of the law. Frankly, I'm rather embarrassed for the ROM. The poor thing is older than your computer. But enough of that, let's get the data cache and return to Tomcat. Alright, so let's go into the door. Whoa! This is way different than what we were in before. Oh no, our apartment, what did they do? To my home, who could have done this? So it looks like they sprayed pure at the bottom. I can't see anything else. Geez, that graffiti looks like Human Revolution stuff. Why would they come after us though? Why would they break our things? I don't know what to do, B. This place, these items, they're all I have of Hayden. What if he's gone for good? What will I do if we can't find him? Don't worry, Turing. We'll find him. Get it together and relax. It's just stuff. We'll do the first one. You're right. I apologize for the emotional outburst, B. Let's look around and see if we can find the data cache in all of this mess. We don't have time to waste on histronics. Alright. No, plant! Someone took the time to methodically shred the poor plant. Broken window. The view is marred by graffiti and splintered glass. Pure graffiti. Humanity has changed rapidly in the last century. Hybridization of the human genome and a wide variety of cybernetic augmentation has, in the human revolution's viewpoint, diluted the purity and strength of the species. Sorry, I had to roll my eyes a little bit. A ROM piece has been embedded in the high-res screen. Beautiful, beautiful screen. Oh, what's this? Tech scum. Ah, that's what it says. I think you're right about this being Human Revolution propaganda, but I don't know why they'd come after Hayden. I know that they don't like Parallax because they think advanced technology is in general is bad, but they spend most of their time going after hybrids and cyborgs. That's why they're protesting at Genus now. I'll run some deep meshnet searches and see if anything turns up. Okay. So we have that empty desk. The desk has been ransacked and tagged with spray paint. I think the data cache is gone, B. We've searched everywhere and it just isn't here. I hate to return to Tomcat empty-handed, but this leaves us twisting in the wind. Perhaps they can point us in a new direction. The data cache is no longer our main objective, but it would be nice to know where it is and why it was taken. Maybe they took it to delay Hayden's research. Maybe someone is framing the human revolution. Maybe they really are just vandals and stole it to sell. I think someone's framing them. That's a distinct possibility, B. I just don't have enough personal experience with the human revolution to give an honest answer. The information on the meshnet is extremely conflicting and desperately polarized. Some of it paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, other parts as bigoted Luddites stuck in the past. Perhaps we could... Uh-oh. What? What? Are we okay? Did we die? I don't want to die. Am I okay? Oh, hello. Yes. B! Thank goodness you're finally awake. I've spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized. I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced, and that you appear to be okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay? My head is killing me. What happened? Not so loud. Your voice is even more agonizing than the usual. Oh, I like Turing, though. That's mean. Let's ask how he's doing. Or they. I should say they, right? Like, Turing's not here, is she? So, yeah. Anyway. I'm fine. Whoever ambushed us clearly wasn't interested in causing either of us serious harm. After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us. It took me 10 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance. When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to NSFPD ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily. What's strange is that there isn't evidence of any impact trauma to your head at all. The doctors were originally worried that you may have suffered a concussion, but thankfully that isn't the case. My best calculations indicate you were hit with some kind of neurological scrambler. They are serious military hardware and difficult to obtain, and that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my systems as well. A mil-spec neuro scrambler is my best deduction. Who do you think did this? Why did they attack us and just leave? Yeah, that one. If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape. But the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my creation, seems high. But they didn't take you. Leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense, thank you. Who do you think did this? Perhaps a big multinational corporation or even an actual government? I now believe my original hypothesis to have been correct. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of that data cache we were looking for. Maybe they didn't recognize you. Maybe they want you to lead them to the rest of Hayden's research. Maybe it was someone unrelated. Nah, I'll go to that one, because if they took down a police spot, there's nothing to steal also, so I don't know. A reasonable deduction, B. We'll have to be careful from here on out, so as to prevent our stalkers from snatching our prize from us. If they don't yet have Hayden's research, we may still have time to rescue him before something really bad happens to him. Did you see who hit us? No, I didn't. They hit us from behind and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind or were just very careful of making their way into the apartment. My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROMs, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. Did they just sneak in the front door while we were rummaging? What? I can't read. Guys, I can't read. I don't know what to tell you. I can't read today. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get back to this. I got this, right? I got this. When my RAM was I can't. I thought I was gonna like reboot my system by being nice and like, oh, I'm so dumb. It's not happening. All right. When my RAM got scrambled, I lost a few seconds of memory that hadn't yet been written into my data drive. Anyway, the nurses tell me that they do want you to stay overnight for observation B. A sound precaution to be sure, but if you were hit with a neuroscrambler, not a blunt object, it's just a waste of time. I won't presume to make medical decisions for you, but perhaps we should pressure them for your release today? It's just, Hayden's trail is getting cold. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke. Here's your ID card. Don't lose this again. Here are those headphones you reviewed. Yay! I noticed the article on your computer before. Good job getting published. And finally, here's your commemorative glass of water that you got from Alfie. Looks like it got broken. Oh. Now all we have is the broken commemorative glass. Yay! Maybe we should just throw it away. Oh, I don't want to. You're right. You wouldn't want to cut yourself. Aww. Okay, fine. Just let me know when you want to leave. Excuse me. I do not mean to be a busybody, but you see, visitors are rare these days. Have I overheard that your friend has gone missing? Who's this? Open curtains. Okay. Look at Metacomp. You seem to be doing okay. You're a writer, not a doctor. Sit back down. You're a patient? Some sort of medical device is hooked up to his chair. It seems to be running diagnostics on his status. Alright, let's talk to this weirdo. He's not weird, I guess. I don't know. Better now. Once again, I'm sorry for being nosy, but were you perhaps speaking of Hayden Wedber? He is an old friend of mine, and I would be most concerned if it indeed were he whom you were discussing. Is everything all right? I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. He's just too convenient here. Right? I mean, he's too convenient. Who are you? Were you listening in on our conversation? I apologize for that. It isn't difficult to overhear bits of every conversation in this room. I may not regret it, however, if this situation indeed concerns both of us. Perhaps we can help each other. I don't trust you. Who are you? Of course, I have not yet introduced myself. You are quite right to be wary, assuming the serious nature of what I overheard. My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I am the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now a Parallax company. He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight at least once in passing at some point. I see. Confirmation of my identity. I will not press you for information, but perhaps I can be of some assistance. I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I would be happy to help in any way I can. I have nothing better to do, regardless. How did you meet Hayden? Hayden and I made acquaintance when Parallax and my company underwent a merger. At the time, Hayden was merely a young hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject. You said former CEO? Yes, former. I accepted a lower position after the merger with Parallax, though that too did not last. The new board of directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction of the new company should take. The distributed meshnet that current generation ROMs use was, at the time, highly experimental. I felt that a non-centralized data scheme was dangerous, both from internal and external threats. I have been proven wrong so far, but the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of the meshnet is incredibly expensive. There were other disagreements, but in the end I was voted off the board of directors and exited from the company. It would be dishonest to say that there are no hard feelings, but I am still a very wealthy man and I have found other projects to occupy my time. Do you know anything about Hayden's research? His research? No, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever and very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another one of his creations? Yes I am. Oh, I added that. Don't worry, you liked it. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing, and she is B. Did you say she? Ah, yes, she was quite insistent on the fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color of her casing herself, pastel pink. Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she, if you are spearheading the search for your creator. Okay, perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby. Do you know what became of her, or she might be now? Hayden has told me little of his past research. I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I am afraid of my memory is not what it used to be. If I ever knew any more about her, I have forgotten, although I still have some connections within Parallax. Should I stumble over any information about your erstwhile sibling, I will pass it your way. Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. Let me ask about something else. Of course, ask away. Since you're just sitting here and I'm laying here. What are you doing here? It is quite a coincidence that we find ourselves here sharing a room, but such things happen from time to time. It's not so mysterious. It's up to us to seize opportunity when it appears. I'm getting a bit on my years, and this chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support ROM. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I am here at the hospital to have it serviced. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once, and my appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators were concerned about me, thus they placed me here in a room with a quiet patient so that I could continue my work while I waited. I do not think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did. How can you help? Well, I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they will know something. Other than that, I'm not sure what I can do, but I'm wealthy and bored, so I'm sure I'll come up with something. Perhaps you can fill me in a bit more on the investigation so we can figure out how I can best help. What did you find at Hayden's apartment? The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to gather up his computer data cache, the place had been pillaged, and the Human Revolution had spray-painted slogans all over the walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him. I'm sorry to hear that. What do you want? What do I want? It would be nice to be young again and off exploring uncharted ruins, or taking a nice zero-G trip and seeing the world spin. But right now, with you two, I simply wish to help. I have the resources, and it sounds like our mutual friend is in trouble. It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight. Right, B? Turing, are you sure we can trust him? We should trust him. I don't think we should trust him. What do you think? Should we trust him? I don't think we have any choice, B. I understand your reluctance to involve me. I can earn your trust. I think I have a lead for you to follow up on just off the top of my head. You said you found Human Revolution slogans spray painted on the walls? I am acquaintances with the man leading the current Human Revolution protests at the Genus Clinic. His name is Brian Mulberry. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event. If it was just some hot-headed youths from the organization, it should be an easy cleanup. If not, that's useful information in itself. How do you know this Brian Mulberry? Well, when I exited from Parallax after the merger, I sought out like-minded individuals to put pressure on the company to avoid full deployment of the MeshNet system. Brian Mulberry was one such person. We did not succeed in our efforts, but a high-profile breach of Parallax's servers did force them to put vastly larger efforts into network security than they had planned. A great expenditure of resources I had been hoping to avoid. You're involved with the human revolution? No, not in this lifetime, even if I so desired. I don't think they would approve much of my work. While Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once, it was before he joined the human revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive and their stated goals dangerously backwards. While I push for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no Luddite. After all, I would likely be dead without the advanced medical and computing technology that goes into this chair here. Thank you for helping us. I will send a message downstairs to my assistant, Leon Decker. He will hand you one of my cards to prove your association with me to Mr. Mulberry. Make sure you speak to him before you leave. All right. In the meantime, I will get in touch with some other individuals I know and try to find out any other information about Hayden that I might be able to pass on to you. I will be in contact. It was a pleasure meeting you. We should get going, Turing. Of course, please do not let me delay you any further. Good luck, Turing. I do not think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You're an impressive piece of technology. Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged, B? Yes, let's go. Whoa! Uh-oh. What the hell is wrong with you? I can't believe you're still pulling the exact same shit you were years ago. This time, it's truly unreal. Do you ever realize how bad impersonating a police officer is? It's a felony, jackass. I should be slapping you in cuffs and dragging your sorry ass off right now. I'm sorry, Detective Rivers. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was entirely mine. B followed along only in protest. Also, I feel it necessary to mention that, though you are understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you and a respected officer of the law. Great, the robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just take you to jail then, Turing. That what you want? Don't try to shoulder the blame for her. I know that she had to have lent you a hand. It isn't like you had the hardware to complete the act alone anyway, little Rom. Well, actually... Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth, since B trusts you. Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine. I suspect my creation is the main reason for Hayden's disappearance, beyond his normal research for Parallax. My name is Turing. Phew, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on then, huh? The first machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink, B. What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you? I guess I'm letting you off the hook. This time, and only because this time I can let you get away with it safely. I don't think anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSFPD ROM, and I doubt anyone will notice I was apparently in two places at once. But mostly, I'm doing this because I think you're right. Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay the investigation into Hayden's disappearance. I filed out the full report and was then informed in no certain terms that I was to wait the entire 48 hours before opening an official case. And that's after the break-in and vandalization of the apartment was reported. It's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought, but somebody definitely has some influence, enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm going to have to keep things quiet. So stop messing around, B. There's certainly a story here, but if you keep bumbling around, you'll blow it. Just be careful, okay? I've got a bad feeling about this. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't going to happen anytime soon. I just have a hunch that people are going to end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them. And I really don't want you to be the one making that call to your sister. Please. I'm sorry, Lexi. I'll be more careful, I promise. I can handle myself, Lexi. Don't mother me. Nah, we'll do. Yeah, I know. Just here. I got a zapper. I got a zapper. Pew, 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 pew. Take this and use it if you have to. Is this the same thing we got hit with? Thanks, I hope I won't need it. It's not. This is a medium-range electro-laser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, and then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. It's far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky. Thanks. This is more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry a Neo-SF without a license. Thanks, I hope I won't need it. Me too, B. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. I have a feeling my superiors are going to keep leaning on me to do nothing. Back to the grind, I guess. See you. Stay safe. You'd best talk to the reception of ROMs at the desk and officially check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around. All right. Can I touch the machine? If you want a HASI, you have to pay using LipPay linked to your ID card. So let's see. I would like to... You picked a hassle-free HASI and drink it. You feel recovered. That was 12 credits. Jeez. Very good, B. Isn't HASI the best? Guess. Plant. Hello, plant. You are reminded of your much less healthy plant at home. Aw, cleaning ROM. Hello. A cute little cleaner ROM scrubbing the floors. Can I talk to cleaner ROM? This ROM isn't made for conversation. It just warbles at you. Alright. Couch. Rusting woman. Mysterious man. Hello, mysterious man. You must be B. The name's Leon Decker. Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards to you. Here. Fairlight's card added to the items. Hope the old man didn't ramble too much. Not that I mind. Hopefully he'll go soon and put me in as well. Haha. Just kidding. Ugh. Fairlight warned me about you. Gonna turn that keen journal mind on me and pry out all of my secrets, huh? Well, alright. Give me your best shot, B. What kind of work do you do for Mr. Doctor Fairlight? Oh, mostly just gopher stuff, to be honest. I was looking for a bodyguard gig when I got out of the military. You know, something easy and lucrative, and Fairlight had a posting for someone with my skills. Turns out old tech tycoons really don't need all that much guarding. So I spent most of my time fetching and carrying and giving his pet charity cases a hand here and there. Seems like you're his newest one. It isn't what I was looking for, but hey, it beats getting shot at. Why do you think he's helping us? The old codger has gone soft in his old age and infirmity. From what I've heard, back in his System 1 days, he would have tossed you out on your ass. But now he's all about charity and baby kissing. I guess he wants to leave a better mark on the world than having headed a really large company that merged with an even larger company. I nearly got him to name an orphanage after me. Maybe for Christmas. Ha 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 ha. What's your story? There isn't much to tell, my nosy new friend. I grew up down in LA, joined up with the military as soon as I was of age, spent way too much time dispensing freedom at the end of a gun, and earned me some ribbons. Now I work for a dinosaur with a charity complex. Things could have been worse. My whole platoon caught dengue fever once. I managed to dodge that one. Thank you, Leon. No problem, B. But call me Decker, okay? I'll be around if you know where to look. Alright, mysterious man. Alright, sitting woman, placard. Let's talk to the receptionist. Patient B. My records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma and should be confined to your bed. While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately. No need, accidentally zapped myself with my own stunner. Just run the paperwork for my release. Listen here, you bucket of bolts, I'm leaving and that's that. Nah. An accidental discharge of a weapon is a serious event. I must insist that you remain for your treatment. Even non-lethal stunners can leave much lasting neurological damage. Just give me the damn paperwork. Very well, Patient B. I'm prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. I'm further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits. You will be required to provide payment of proof or private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out the forms thoroughly and accurately, and do have a nice day. Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you got shot again. Well, we're free to leave. Why not head back home first? I'm sure you'd like the chance to shower at least. For such a clean place, it seems to have left you feeling foul. Physically, mentally, and journalistically refreshed. Welcome back. If you're ready, we should go find Tomcat and tell them about what happened. They should still be waiting for us at the Stardust. Let's not keep them waiting. And that's it for now. Tune in next time when I continue my investigation and tell Tomcat the disappointing news about not being able to find a cache, about being zapped, and also I'm assuming I'm going to meet the Mr. Mulberry and talk about the Human Revolution stuff. Pretty sure it's just a cover-up, but we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!